What's up, everybody? This is going to be my review for The Visitor, aka Stridulum. It was released in 1979. I believe Stridulum was the Italian name of this movie. It means a hissing or whistling sound, which I had to look that up, and I don't know. The only thing I'm thinking it could refer to in the movie is all the birds in the movie. There's a lot of birds doing a lot of weird things in this movie. A lot of bird representation. The director was a guy named Julio Paradisi, also known as Michael J. Paradise. Cheesy name for a pretty cheesy movie. That's one of those things that's so bad, it's actually kind of good. But actually, the beginning of this movie and the end are good. The story is the age-old good versus evil. John Huston stars.
Have you been to the United States before?
My first time.
What is the purpose of your trip?
Visitor.
He's basically chasing after this girl who represents the evil in the movie, Satine. She's like a descendant of his, and she sort of has this cult backing her up, and it sounds way better when you describe it. But she's got these telekinetic powers, and she's basically being harassed by John Huston the whole movie.
You want my advice, old man?
Yes.
Go back to wherever you came from. This world is not for you.
It's not for you either, Kate.
Lance Henriksen plays one of the bad guys in the cult. He's her stepfather, and then she's, trying to kill her mom, trying to get her mom to have another kid to procreate, this Satine thing or whatever, so evil can rule the world and all the rich white guys can run the world or whatever. Some stupid crap like that. Definitely the entire thing, someone in the pre-production, production, and post-production were all doing cocaine. Definitely drugs of some sort. But I kind of like that part. The far out weird parts are what make it charming, all these years later. Probably the reason Alamo Drafthouse or whatever re-released it, because it's one of those movies, you have a few beers, you watch it, and you laugh your ass off. I mean, John Huston is just so old to be running around in this movie. He was like 79 when the movie was made. Mel Ferrer's in this movie also. Glenn Ford, Shelley Winters, and lots of birds. Like I said, a ton of freaking birds. One of the best things about it, besides the beginning and end of this movie, is the soundtrack. They got this crazy theme song. Since I've watched the movie, the theme has just been stuck in my head. Watching it again, the theme song really stuck out. It's one of the best parts about it. But the worst thing about this movie is the editing. God, it's some bad editing. That guy was definitely on drugs. It just throws off the story's pretty simple. It's not that hard to follow, but the editing actually makes it hard to follow. You're not sure, was that supposed to go there? Or maybe they filmed it all and then they weren't sure how to piece it together. Apparently when it was first, released, from the information I was able to dig up on it, which is just the Wikipedia page, but, it was intended to be an art film. It's not an art film. Yeah, it's just cheesy. I mean, at one point, one of the birds is like copper and it's flying around, and just a lot of bird stuff. It's kind of like a new age, instead of invoking all the Catholic and stuff like that. Like I said, it's kind of like a new age, sort of sci-fi-ish version of The Omen. That's basically the best way to put it. It says on the poster, Rosemary's Baby, all that crap. But yeah, it just reminded me of Damien to The Omen, I guess, when Damien, is the little boy. And I don't know what else to say that's good about this movie. It's the type of movie you have to see at least probably once. I wouldn't advise paying for it or anything like that, because you might be mad with the time and money you invest in trying to search it out and pay for it. You're going to be probably mad at me. I'm only going to give it 2.5 out of 5. Like I said, for me, if you watch this channel, you probably want to see it at least once. Try to see it cheap. If you can see it in a theater, maybe with some friends, after a couple beers, that'd probably be the best way to see it. But the middle is boring. I seriously want to re-edit this movie. I don't know, whatever. I'm rambling now. Your thoughts down below. What you thought of The Visitor?